I'm here in Colorado Springs where snow is everywhere you go. And this snow is pretty moist as I made this snowball here.
But not everyone has a place to lay their head tonight. That's why one Colorado Springs pastor is sleeping outside her church to raise awareness of what the unhoused have to go through and raise donations to help them. 11 News reporter Cameron Dean joins us live in downtown Colorado Springs. Cameron, you talked to that pastor today.
Blake, what would Jesus do? That's the question Pastor Michelle Reckel says she asked herself when deciding to brave the elements this Christmas. And honestly, the wind has picked up since earlier, and I'm seeing more snow and ice on the grounds and around us since this morning. And if you'll take a look behind me, you can see a lot of these semis that have pulled off of the icy and snowy roads to take refuge. I spoke with the Salvation Army, and they claim they've given everyone gifts, but had mix-ups due to, quote, organizational challenges. The artist told me designing this poster, he had the chance to travel down memory lane and take inspiration from work he's done in the past. Lead the festivities tomorrow.
I'm super excited for it. It's going to be a great time.
So excited to see fans, supporters, and just community in general, so I'm sure it's going to be a blast.
I'm so excited to go back, and to be a Grand Marshal is a really exciting opportunity.
Anticipation is building for these Olympic athletes who will lead the ceremony at Saturday's Festival of Lights. They gave us a glimpse into their journey to the world stage.
I stuck at it for like the recreational level for the first few years, and then finally, after enough people egging me on, did my first race, and it kind of just took off from there.
Things where I was like drugged at the tournaments on the weekend, and eventually was so bored, I'm like, I guess I can watch and see what this is all about. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so fun. I want to try. Fast forward 20 years, and I'm at my second Olympics.
My dad raced bikes professionally, and so I kind of grew up just around bikes.
They share what it means to be in a ceremony representing Olympic City.
I'm going to be amongst other great people along with it, and so, you know, I think this year is going to be a really special year, just having come off the Summer Paralympic Games.
Just thank you so much. I feel so grateful to get to be a part of all of this and just be a part of this community, and just thank you.
Now, all of the athletes are multi-medalists, and if you're at the parade tomorrow night, make sure to wave at them. They are slated to be at the beginning of the parade. Back to you. Blake, what would Jesus do? That's the question Pastor Michelle Reckel says she asked herself when deciding to brave the elements this Christmas.
I'm doing it all for the Lord and to help others. If he can do it, what he went through, this is nothing.
Associate Pastor Michelle Reckel started her tradition camping outside of her church last year. She says she hopes it helps people understand what it's like to not have a home. She says she sees more people needing help.
And I'm seeing more kids than ever that come for us to feed them and stuff, which is really hard for me. But I'm seeing more families.
To assist, she collects donations to pass out to those who need help this time of year.
Since the 19th, because you know the word has been out, I think we've probably total passed out at least about 200 sleeping bags and tents. And now we're down to 5.
This is her last night staying in the tent, and in the morning she will be passing out all of the stuff she has collected, including blankets, canned goods, and other items.
As we pass out, emergency blankets could save a life, believe it or not. So they told Michelle, you got to put one on the bottom and one on top, and they were right. It was a big difference, but these emergency blankets really can save a life.
Now, Michelle tells me her goal was to raise about $10,000 over the last 5 days. She tells me she's raised $2,900. Now, the church just started a GoFundMe, and if you would like to donate, you can go to our website and search for this article. Live in Colorado Springs, Cameron Dean, KKTV 11 News. The artist told me designing this poster, he had the chance to travel down memory lane and take inspiration from work he's done in the past. Decades of smiles, hot chocolate, floats, and lights. This year is the 40th annual Festival of Lights, and a big part of this event is the poster that previews it all.
I try to capture a lot of things that people will see at the event, and then, but also kind of tell a story that goes beyond that.
Luke Flowers has designed the posters for the festival for the last 20 years.
And bring in some elements of the last couple of years, even the very first poster, I had kind of a illustration of me and my son on my shoulders, and so I kind of put that back in as a little nod to that 20 years and just what it's meant to my family as well.
This year's poster will have previous designs and nods to the way the city is actively evolving.
Yeah, I hope this year, that they think about just the history of the city, how it's grown, whether you're new to the city or you've been here, your entire life. Hopefully they see something that's like a tradition that they enjoy about the city.
Flowers says he has enjoyed designing the posters over the years and hopes this poster tells a story that speaks to many in the community.